Hello, Internet. Hello, Sam, and welcome to the first After Campfire of 2025. I have to go back and look at our videos, but this might be the first time, except for 2020, that we didn't do some kind of New Year's After Campfire together in the past, decade. I'm not 100% sure. But, Sam, I missed you. You couldn't join our New Year's extravaganza, but it's okay. We hung out right after and we didn't make a video, but that's okay. I still gotta see you. But also, this is a weird thing. I am on a Peloton because it's a new year. New Year's resolutions and stuff. Just kidding. I'm not just doing that because of that. I hope this sound isn't annoying. This angle isn't weird. But I thought it'd be fun to do it while I'm doing this. My Henry's diary of how to be a person, how to adult. I don't think I made a video since Sam's bachelor party, I think, which was 3 months ago, 4 months ago, because Sam was kind of busy doing something, I don't know, getting married. I went to Sam's wedding. I also went to John Schneider's wedding. There was also an election. Sam, I don't even think you mentioned that in your video, which is fine. It was your first video in a while. But yeah, we have a new Presidente coming in a week and a half or so. Woo! Get ready for Trump round 2, baby! Super, super exciting. Before making this video, I accidentally watched your New Year's video from an extra year back, and you were talking about what videos do we your question was what are some of your after campfire videos you'd like to look back on? And the 2016 election one, I actually think is a very funny one to look back on because I tried to make a whole big show out of the election. I was wearing my Captain America exercise shirt that and stuff, and I kept trying to be extra fun and weird about it, and it wasn't a very pleasant video to make, so I just kept doing it over and over again. But yeah, that was funny. But as far as Henry's diary of how to adult, yeah, God, it just got really dark in my head, Sam. I'll probably just say it, though. But yeah, it's been really, really busy. So I believe after Sam's bachelor party, I went to John's bachelor party. Then I went to both weddings. And there was Thanksgiving. There was an extra trip down to LA because right before your wedding, Sam, Amanda had a teachers conference thing in Anaheim by Disneyland. So I'm like, I'll just go down with you, visit my family, then we'll both go across the East Coast to your wedding. So I went to LA twice because of Thanksgiving. I've been to the East Coast 5 times, including that Toronto trip since that video. Your bachelor party, John's bachelor party, your wedding, John's wedding. And the holidays when I went to go see you and do New Year's and stuff. So it's been crazy. I also hosted a Halloween party and Friendsgiving and a holiday party. And it's been crazy. Work's been also pretty crazy, but at the start of this new year, it's been okay. I'm just finishing up a project that has been going well, but it was very stressful before the new year because we were trying to get as much done before it. But now we're kind of good. Everything's pretty much about done. We have to have it done by the end of the month, but it's looking good. So yeah. In this room, this is the back room of our downstairs. It might look a little chaotic, but it's actually pretty well organized because we're getting closets put in, a very adult thing. In my office, I'm getting built-in closet stuff, built-in shelves and stuff for my closet. And then upstairs, we're getting built-in shelves for our closet. On the wall across from our bed, we're getting a whole new closet built into the wall. And then the next way, if you're on my bed looking to the left towards our window, we're getting 2 shelves and a bench thing that you can store things in. So we can store more things, because storing things is hard. Very difficult. So anyways, Sam, my question to you, which is one I probably should have thought about, but whatever, was just basically for something you like or something you enjoy doing or participating in or whatever, for a game, what is something that you wish you could change the rules for? Just add a new rule. And I don't have a fun answer for that. So I'm just going to add a rule to Magic. In Magic, use lands as resources to play your cards. And if you don't get any lands, it's sad. So, the new rule I propose is if you have no lands to play, once per game, you are allowed to reveal your hand to search for a land and put it onto the battlefield as your land for turn. But, must be basic. Very boring. Just a way to make games a little bit more enjoyable sometimes. Because not having a land sucks. But also, it's only if you also did not play land last turn. Because it'd be kind of busted otherwise. I don't know. It's not very interesting. Sam, your question was a lot more interesting. So I've had a lot of time to think about this one because you told me about it long before your video. You called me about it and we're very excited to talk about it. And my original thought was, wow, that's a hard question. Because it is the antithesis of my life. Which the basic premise of his question was, what is something that you are probably more technically skilled at because you put way more effort into learning it because you are not naturally gifted at that thing, and you develop so much skill that if you don't do it for a long time, you'll come back and be fine. And the reason why he talked about this is because he was saying how his friends who are more naturally just athletic and better, like when it comes to hockey, they didn't need to work as hard necessarily to become basic, like have a good competence at hockey. But if they stop playing, they lose their physical shape and any other like reflexes they've learned about the game. So they get worse really fast. Whereas Sam, he learned all the mental skills required to be a really good goalie. So he's very technically competent at it, which is really cool. And for me, I find it kind of difficult because I mostly enjoy things that I can pick up really fast. I don't do a lot of athletic things these days. Like I used to do snowboarding constantly, flying trapeze, rock climbing. I just haven't had a lot of time recently. And as far as rock climbing goes, I screwed up my wrist. So I'm working on getting back into that, which is part of why I thought it'd be fun to be on the Peloton for this. Speaking of which, in order to motivate me and Amanda, I thought it'd be fun to tally how many miles we do each month. And part of why I'm doing this is to push me farther because she got ahead of me because I didn't do it yesterday. Because I didn't feel good. So yeah. Yeah, a lot of those like physically active things or games, I would say I would get back into them pretty fast. But it's just because that's what I am good at. But what was like a skill that I had to build up and become good at? And fortunately, because I had a lot of time to work on and to think about that, because I've had months to think about this question, it dawned on me that the actual answer is organizational skills. When I originally came up with this idea, I wanted to show my like One Piece and Magic card collection and talk about how well organized it is. But I am literally locked to this Peloton right now. So I can't right now. I would show you how well organized this room is for temporary needs because of the new closets. We had to shove everything here as much as we can. Because we're going to have to empty the bedroom and my office. But I would say I am shockingly good at quickly organizing things, especially when it comes to card games. And as a very, ADHD brain, just drop something immediately or hyper-focuses on things, sure, you can hyper-focus on organizing cards, but I have systems, and I do it really fast. And if you want me to search for a card, I will almost always know exactly where it is, and I can find it in 2 minutes, because I know exactly where it is, and I organized it. And I think if most people met me, they would be like, wow, This guy is a scatterbrain. He probably doesn't know where anything is. But I know where everything is. But I don't mean that in the, like, I left it on in the floor, and if you move it, I'll forget where it is. It's like, no, no, no. I have good systems. I've developed good organizing systems over the years, which made me very good at organizing card games or Zenny games, and it is fun. It also makes it easier to engage with more of them because you can have room for more of them. It's why I get a little annoyed if someone calls me a hoarder. Living with someone, speaking of which, Amanda moved in like right before Sam's video or something, and I don't think I really talked about that. So yeah, I have my girlfriend, Amanda, she lives here now. One reason why we wanted to clean up the room and make the closets and stuff is so that she has more room for her stuff, so that we can make this room like her room. Like the front downstairs room is like my room, and the back downstairs room will be her room. Speaking of which, one more Henry's Diary of How to Adult. Here goes Scatterbrain Henry. Oh, I am 5 days a week in the office now, and that makes me sad. That started 2025. Oh my god, it's 2025. Sam, you also had your birthday. Happy birthday, Sam. You're 31 now. Welcome to the club. You're not a fun 30. You're like, ooh, 30. Finally 30. No, you're 31. Now you're just another 30s person. Loser. But yeah, that's, I think, the skill I really developed that I can get back to at any time, even if I haven't done it for years, is my rapid, well-maintained organizational skills, I think. Because my whole thing is, if I'm gonna spread everything out and kind of make a mess while I'm playing with my cards and making new decks, I better be able to put it back away. And yeah, that's been a funny thing with living with someone now. I think when you first moved in with Sydney, I should rewatch this video. We talked about, sorry, my butt is hurting just because I'm sitting on this for a long time. I'm not like tired. We talked about, I think, what is the best and worst part about being roommates with us. And I think your answer about me was that I'm just very anal about my space, which is very true and has been very fun to figure out. If Amanda was in this, she would have words to say, and it would be amusing. But I am trying to imbue some of my organizational habits onto her, and we are trying to make our space more friendly to us living together. So more closets and stuff. My place's bad part has always been not enough closets, not enough places to put things. And both of us have a lot of things. And some of Amanda's things take up a lot of space. So we need space to put the things. And I think we're making a really good progress on that. Especially because now we won't be so busy. We'll have time to finally finish all of these projects that we've had waiting. I also bought a thing to mount to my TV, because then we can put things on my TV stand under it. So many better systems. Systems are good. So Sam, we're getting to that part of the video where I ask you a question now that I've gotten very sidetracked. So, since you're older, I wanted to, in general, ask a question about adult life. That was one of the things that became more obvious now than ever on this last trip to the East Coast, that pretty much everyone in our friend group now has a pretty proper adult life now. Like, the funny thing had always been that if the friends are single or are like, a lot of our friends were like single for a long time. A lot of our friends worked in careers or didn't work in careers where they were way more flexible. And I don't remember if I said it, but a lot of them were still in school. And kind of suddenly, everyone is feeling a lot more adult and a lot more busy, which is funny to think about right now, because as far as our camp group goes, none of like us directly have like kids or anything yet. So yeah, that's why I was thinking about adult things, but I was also thinking about compatibility of living together. Sorry, Sam, I'm sorry. I'm also trying to kill time because I'm trying to use this to keep motivating me to keep going because I want to beat Amanda. I like challenges. I like competition. So Sam, We can talk about more of adult life stuff later. But I want to ask you now. Now that you've lived with Sydney for a while, now that she is your wife, tell me more about that living together. What are like some of the biggest lessons that you've had living with her for these years now that you are married and have committed to your lives together? What are some lessons you learned and systems about living together? You were telling me about some of them, like your video game habits at night and stuff. I don't remember if that was an after campfire or real life. But tell me, what's it like now? What are skills you had to learn? How is being an adult married man, Sam? I look forward to hearing from you soon, and hopefully it won't be too long, Sam. I miss you, but I know you're busy because adult life and stuff. It's gonna be okay. I'll talk to you soon. Goodbye.